Tonight's episode of the Vampire Squid Show is brought to you by Drinking Water, the new MMO for Nintendo Ditch. You get to play games on there, drink water, that good water, that measured water. Yeah. Hydrate. Rated R. I got nothing. All right, let's do this. Guys, roll call. Dragon Sword.
I'm still thinking about the drinking water thing.
All right, screw this. Adam, you were talking about the PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation Mini. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Nope.
Why?
Because I already got it all on emulator, so I don't need this shit no more.
Bro, like, you can hack it. I mean, it's not confirmed you can hack it, but give it some time, you can hack it.
So you can hack something.
They're not going to confirm someone can hack their product.
Yo, I would
add
hold
stuff
on,
to.
I would love that they said that in the ad.
Hold on. You're out of control, first of all. I don't need to hack something I already have.
You're right.
So all I have to do is connect my PlayStation controller, which could be from any generation, and play my PlayStation games. So they're giving me something I already have, basically, in a fancy casing. That's all they're doing.
But it's more like a novelty item, you know?
Yeah, I kind of do.
I still got my old
mostly
PlayStation,
for-
so I
for
can
the
look at
casing.
that for a while.
But it's going to be $100 though, man.
Which
So something
is-
I got free, I have to pay $100 for do. That's
which
great.
people are complaining about, but it's gonna have 20 games in there, so it's like
And how much
$5
is,
per game.
how much is the library?
Have they confirmed the entire library?
They haven't.
No,
They
only
said
5
Final
games were
Fantasy.
announced. Only 5 games were announced.
Final Fantasy 7.
Gran Turismo.
No, it was Ridge Racer.
Ridge
Oh,
Racer.
Ridge Racer.
Ridge
I'm
Racer,
sorry.
yeah.
It was Gran Turismo, no, not Gran Turismo. Fuck you. Ridge Racer. Tekken 3, which kind of bummed me out.
Well, I mean, I'm a
That-
fan of Tekken 3 anyway.
No,
Tekken
but I mean,
1 was all right. 2 was way
It
better.
bums me out though because it's the PlayStation Classic. It even has the original PlayStation controller. Tekken 3 didn't come out till
The
towards
DualShock.
the end of the PlayStation life.
And DualShock was
It's
around.
not really a classic.
I mean, I guess because it came out on that system, it counts.
It was also probably one of the more popular one. I mean, I would have preferred maybe like Tekken 2.
Yeah, not
To-
one though.
to
One was
Tekken
too
3.
slow for me.
I wonder if they're going to bring out Crash Bandicoot for like the 20th time.
You know they're gonna do that.
They probably
yeah.
would. I'm not going to be surprised.
Dude.
I already got the whole trilogy
would,
series.
I would prefer to see maybe like Medieval. As
That's
opposed
great.
to
If they do Medieval,
Crash.
that's great because I can finally play the game that I played in the demo for like about 20 times.
That is true.
And give me Fighting Force.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give me Fighting
Force.
Force. We could all four play that shit together. That'd be amazing. You remember that stupid ass accessory, the multi-tap?
I wonder.
Yeah.
If they,
Yeah.
I wonder if
Fucking
they'll have
boomerang?
that. I wonder if they'll have enhancer in the what's the name?
What are you talking about?
It's a shooting game, man. Is it? Is it
It-
going to enhance
it's-
it?
You see, keep in mind though, it's no analog.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no.
That's another one.
Yeah.
What about the Final Fantasy fighting game?
The what? Oh,
What's the name?
I want to say.
Juggle my memory.
Energon in.
Oh,
Energize?
the fighting game that had the
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
yeah.
characters in it.
I never played it.
It's
I
fire.
Wong
has
played
it.
the demo.
Damn, what's it called?
He has the original
I don't
copy.
remember,
It's
something
crazy.
like that. I don't
And
remember.
it was like Engeyser. some
And
shit.
Geyser.
Yeah,
Something like
it was
that.
like Engeyser, some shit. Yeah, it was a fighting game, and then it had.
I don't see that.
Had
I mean-
Cloud, Tifa, and Sephiroth.
Keep
as
in
guest
mind
characters in
they
the
need to
fighting game.
put games on there that they feel is going to push the unit because already everybody is complaining about the price tag.
Yeah,
You know, that I don't really
Yeah,
see.
the price tag is a little steep. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, all the PlayStation Classic games on the PSN now runs between $5 to like $10. $100, 20 games is $5 each, and then you consider you're getting the console, 2 controllers,
It
so
kind of
you're
makes
paying
sense.
less than $5 per game.
yeah.
The biggest issue with that is it's not 20 games that I want. You know, I don't really see myself playing Ridge Racer.
Have any of you guys played the Battle Arena games? Battle Arena Toshiden? Part 3 was amazing. I don't care about the other two, but I would hope
Don't
for
remember.
that. But I'm sure they're not going to put it in because it's not like a big name game.
Yeah, that's kind of. They did say that the games that it comes with is going to be different, like per region. So the games that comes like preloaded in Japan is going to be different than the ones we get here. It's going to be, like a different set of games that comes out in Europe.
I always hated that. Because what if at the end of the day they end up getting in Geyser or whatever in Japan, but we don't get it here?
I mean, that game wasn't very well known here. I can't imagine them putting it in.
That's why we hope for the hack.
I mean, that's going to happen.
It's good, yeah. But I mean,
It's
sooner
just,
than later.
Eventually, it's going to happen. But I mean, I would like to see rival schools in there.
Dude.
Oh, Driver.
Yeah.
Wait, which rival schools though? I want Project Justice.
No,
They're not gonna
Project
bring
Justice
Project.
was Dreamcast.
It didn't come out on PlayStation?
No.
Well, just port it because that's my favorite one, and I have it on Dreamcast still, the original.
Yeah, I borrowed it from him for like 3 years.
Yo, I love that fucking
That shit
game.
for 3 years.
Oh, Chrono Cross. Let's go.
Chrono Cross. I mean, I think I believe it already has like 2 RPGs in there. I don't really see them putting a whole lot in.
How many?
Because it
How many
has
do they have right now?
Final Fantasy 7 and Wild Arms.
Okay.
Legend of Dragoon.
Oh,
Yes. Put that on there.
Oh, wait. To the DBZ fanboys, final about.
No,
That's not-
put
That is definitely not.
they need to put
happening.
Legends and Ultimate Battle 22. And
Yeah,
make
not happening.
and give us a fake little converter thing and one of the springs that you had to put in the back to play it
Stupid.
back in the day.
So you're promoting hacking. That's what you're telling
Oh,
me.
you best believe it.
All right, just want to make sure.
Wait, matter of fact, since we're on the topic of like classic consoles coming back, do you think that they would do like a Dreamcast classic? And if they did, would you guys buy it?
A Dreamcast classic?
Yeah.
Yes. Why?
I mean, there is
Because
a
Sonic.
64 in the works.
That is true.
64 Classic is in the works.
I would love a Dreamcast classic.
64 classic. You said GoldenEye.
How many
Original
exclusives were there on the
GoldenEye's not
Dreamcast
gonna be on
though?
there, though.
Exclusives?
Yeah.
It's a part of that. Then the 66
There's no
I think
point.
MGK was an exclusive. Shenmue was an exclusive, which everybody loved for some reason. I never really got into it.
Game was pretty alright.
Seaman. Right?
Oh my
Was it
God.
Seaman?
See, man.
Seaman.
Yo.
It's a cult classic
Power
though.
Stone. Power Stone was exclusive
Power
at the
Stone,
time.
we need that.
Crazy Taxi.
I think Power Stone really led the way for a lot of other like games of that type.
Yeah, Power Stone was great.
It's crazy how it's not around anymore, but we got like Smash Bros and shit. Like Power Stone was that shit.
Definitely need to bring that back. What else? I mean, I don't know. Like this is definitely just opening the floodgates now with the whole. Like, all right, let's just make a classic of the old shit that we do, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. You know?
That's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's gonna sell though. If not for nothing, because it has the nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
So it's also coming in, like, not just so we're getting like this miniature replica of it, like even the box, the replica of the original box it came into as well.
Exactly.
It's a replica of the original one though, right?
The PlayStation?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, the original
And it's
one.
smaller than the PS1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely smaller than PS1.
No, remember that second one, the PS1, the small one?
Yeah.
Smaller
No, I
than
remember.
It's way
Oh,
smaller.
see,
Jason had the screen. We used to play fucking.
Was it Jason or was it Arturo? I feel like Arturo always had the cool stuff.
Was it Arturo?
Yeah,
Pretty sure it was Jason.
He'd bring everything. No, I'm pretty sure it was Arturo.
No, we play like the Gundam
That
versus
was
game
Arturo.
at lunch.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, him catching Pokemon over there?
yeah.
He's serious.
I'm doing community day. So there's no way.
Ash catch him over here.
Of course.
So,
I gotta catch them all.
Mitch, how do you feel about the stuff going down with Telltale Game Company right now?
What's happening with Telltales?
Oh, they're done. You don't know?
No, what happened?
They're done. Kaput.
As in, like the company's done?
Done. As of right now, the only thing they're working on is the Minecraft story. I believe they're doing a Minecraft story show for Netflix.
Yeah.
That's the only thing being done right now. Every other project canceled.
Damn.
Why?
Like even no money. There's no funding.
Shit.
Nobody want to buy them things. That's why.
They were working on a Stranger Thing Telltale game, which I think would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Jesus shit.
The current season of Walking Dead they were doing, the what's it called? The Bone Crew.
Mhm.
It's not even going to be finished, dude.
Yeah.
Canceled, bro.
So what other projects they get canceled in Tall Tales?
Well, Wolf Among Us 2 was also in the works, canceled.
Can I get some titles that they've released? Because I don't know about the studio. So
They the people that did
They
that
did-
Game of Thrones,
They did
Walking Dead.
the Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. They had a Batman one.
Borderlands.
Yes, they did have a Borderlands one. Back to the
Batmans.
Future, Wolf Among Us.
They did the Batman, Telltale Batmans.
They had a lot of games.
It's funny that you mentioned this because the Walking Dead, the final chapter came out, the final like season, and I found that funny. I'm like, okay, I guess they're done with that.
Like
But
final season for the whole show.
no, the game, Telltale's. He was all excited.
No, the game, right? But I mean, like the final season, but it's not done because I think they only have maybe 2 or 3 chapters out. So the game wasn't completed. There isn't going to be an ending to it. Canceled.
Yo, for the record, Jordan was really sad that wasn't the last chapter of Walking Dead.
Are you even watching Walking Dead?
I want to, but it's just so many seasons at this point.
Oh, the show's trash.
Exactly.
You don't have to waste your time. I can tell you the whole synopsis in like 5 seconds. There's zombies, people die. That's it. I think I pretty much got it.
I know that.
All right, that's it. I
But
don't want
it's just to enjoy the action.
I do have to
story.
ask.
Oh, so you want to see how they die
Correct.
and how the zombies are there. All right,
that's what I want to know. How did the zombies come into being?
The funny thing about it is they don't explain it in the comic.
They're just
I
zombies.
don't remember them explaining it.
So it's just like a regular Earth, but somehow there are zombies.
Exactly.
That's it.
No
Like,
experiments.
There was an experiment. They-
Don't think about it, bro. Zombies
No
just are.
umbrella.
That's
No
just your
what?
life now.
Umbrella.
No umbrella.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
corporation.
no Umbrella Corp. No Umbrella Corp.
Okay then.
And if they did,
Anyway,
I'd
you
be
were saying?
really upset. Copyright infringement all the way.
But anyway, I'm not surprised because the way that series of games have been going is it's a hit or miss, a lot of misses.
Right.
The biggest titles that did make them like bank was The Walking Dead when it first came out. Like this shit was
I think
amazing.
Back to the Future one also did pretty.
Back to the
pretty
Future
well.
did pretty well. You know what's funny? They did a Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was their first title they made.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Jurassic Park for the PC. That was the very first thing they did. After that, they did Back to the Future. But Walking Dead is what made them known.
I mean, I think in 2012, it won Game of the Year.
Yep. But
So it's just crazy to think that company is now
yeah,
over.
because the thing is, like, they've done a lot of these other games, but they were very hit and miss. Tales from the Borderlands was all right, but it didn't make them enough that that
Which
they needed.
I don't think Game of Thrones did well either.
It didn't. It
That
didn't.
one tanked.
That one tanked. In addition to that, the games themselves, despite a lot of the stories actually being good, the games were pretty glitchy. Till this very day, like the latest games you play on there, they're still pretty glitchy, and they don't have that big of a budget to make the games.
Right.
And it was really just storytelling. And right now they're
I mean, which was good. Like, I didn't mind it, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who want more action. Just want to sit there and have to
Exactly.
see this story.
I don't want to say it's a visual novel because it's not.
I mean, an
But
interactive visual novel.
Exactly. Interactive games like that aren't really what's on demand now. So eventually they were going to die out. And then they keep trying and trying. And like I said, I'm just not surprised. Like, it was eventually going to happen. The only things that were exciting me were the Batman games. And they did the second one, which was amazing. Like, the story behind that one, like, the thing I liked about it is that they took liberties to make their own little changes to the story, which was nice. But other than that, I mean, they're doing The Walking Dead, but everyone's got Walking Dead fatigue right now, so they can't go on that anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not. It was bound to happen.
So you're trying to say that the zombies got tired?
Pretty much.
No, I have to ask though. Do you think that part of the reason that they started to go downhill is because they tried to spread themselves too thin, which led to like a fall in the quality of their products, or what?
Exactly.
I
Because
also
they kept
think
taking on titles after titles after titles. No,
It's like-
look.
Yeah, too much too soon. It's like a flood of them.
Yeah.
And then, like, I thought it was interesting how they released it like chapter by chapter, but that also could have hurt them.
Yeah.
Because some people could be like, instead of sort of doing it that way, I'd rather wait for it to finish so I can do the entire thing straight through.
Which is what I was
That's
like.
that. I think the big issue here is that the flood of titles is not the problem. It's the fan base. If the fan base wants one but not the other, then you just made a game for something that nobody wants.
You know what I
but
think?
like at the same time, like you're making so much so fast. Like, how could each one of those projects be
finished.
high quality?
Exactly.
Because it's gonna suffer because of
That
like
too.
the
But also, you're not giving the player base time to finish the first one.
that too.
To jump to the next one.
I also feel like it's the choice in titles that they did. I think their biggest fail was when they started making Telltale game versions of games that are already out. Because they did Telltale's Minecraft.
Yeah.
People already have Minecraft. Like, I remember working at GameStop. So many people coming in to get Telltale's Minecraft, thinking it was a Minecraft game, and they will return it going, my kid doesn't want to play this because there's nothing to do. Like, you don't Minecraft in it. I'm like, well, this is a different game. And trust me, describing how the game works to customers was the hardest thing in the world. It's like teaching someone another language in another language.
Well, how did the game work?
So pretty much what it is, it's like, you know, like in you ever seen like those type of gameplay games where you have a scene, and then within that scene there's like a debate or an argument. You have a specific. Thank you. It's like 85% the choice making scenes of Mass Effect. You do get to walk around, you do get to investigate your areas, but most of the game is just cutscenes, and the choices you make actually alter what happens in the game.
So you're like playing a book
More or less, yeah.
or a movie.
Yeah. And the stories were great for the ones I've played, but a lot of people don't want to play that. And especially if you're doing franchises like that, like if you're going to do Tales of the Borderlands and people go into it thinking they're going to get Borderlands, you're not getting Borderlands, and people kind of get steered away from it, which is why I went towards The Walking Dead and like Batman, because I can play a Batman game and just go for the fucking story, which was good. But I'm not everyone. Everyone doesn't really want that. If they see Telltale's Batman, they're thinking they're going to probably get another Arkham game, but they're not. So, I mean...
Sorry.
Well, like Batman though, like I personally think it works in the sense that it's like it can focus more on the detective aspect,
Which
you know what I mean?
which they did in the game, yeah.
Investigation, which to me is that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, because also what also happened in the games is that when you were a Batman, you did the investigating, and then when you played as Bruce Wayne, you're doing the quote unquote sleuthing. Yeah. You're questioning people. You're finding the clues that only Bruce Wayne can do in his company and stuff like that. And then when he was Batman, he'll investigate crime scenes, which was great. Walking Dead, it was more like survival choices, what to do, and then depending on what you do determines who lives or who dies or who survives. But when you do that with these other games, it's a little different, you know. So I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it's just whatever. It was bound to happen. It's coming to a point with games that people try these new styles. They last like maybe 5-10 years, 8 years maybe. We spoke about this before. The Toys to Life games, Disney Infinity, Skylanders. It's dead now.
Yeah.
So are these. These are dead. I mean, they come and then they go.
It's a shame. I mean, because I was looking forward to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
That would have been really cool.
Another thing is, when you do franchises like that, people who like those franchises, when they play those games, they're expecting something different. When they see this, it doesn't draw them in. Like us, like we would like a Stranger Things game, but for someone else who doesn't really play games, and then they go into Stranger Things thinking they're going to actually run around and, fight the Demogorgon or some shit. It's not going to happen.
Dude, I mean, for that though, that can go either way, because if we're talking about people who don't play games but are interested in a game based on Stranger Things, this actually works better because it's more storytelling based. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of, action going on.
Yeah.
So it's really just, finding clues, surviving.
The funny thing about it that I've heard a lot of people say when they would buy these Telltale games, when I used to work at GameStop, was they don't like playing them, but they do enjoy watching someone else play them. That's really what it was a lot of times. Other than that, like they would be like, I'm not going to play this, or like, oh, I'm getting it, but because my girlfriend wants to like watch me play or something like that.
I also feel like that style of game doesn't work for everything.
It doesn't.
And it seems like they started trying to just make one for everything.
Yeah.
The way I see it, it would have worked for Stranger Things, because Stranger Things has a very horror survival, storytelling based like type thing, which is why Walking Dead worked so well at the time. It would have worked for Stranger Things, but they just kept getting these titles, and not only that, they're getting these titles that are very like they're very different. Like they got Walking Dead that was based off the comic book, which is funny because the story in the game was canon to the comic, not the show, the comic,
Right.
which was good.
Yes.
Then they went from that to like Game of Thrones. But the thing is, Game of Thrones' game took place after the Red Wedding. So, but it's from another family. So no one in the game you play as is from the show. Anyone from the show is doing a quick cameo and leaving. So if you like Game of Thrones, you play this, you're going to get a little confused. Like, why aren't I playing the characters I like? What's this new house?
What house were they doing?
It was some brand new house. I forgot the name of it. It was a brand new house that was like good friends with the Starks.
So literally, the only thing that would have drawn fans of the show in is the name and then the title, and then
Pretty
they
much,
go
yeah.
in and it's like, wait, this is not Game of Thrones.
Exactly. And it was
Like
very
it was-
off-putting.
It was like made up characters for the game.
Yeah. And then it was like events after the Red Wedding, but it's like you don't if you jump in this and you've never seen the show, you are lost as hell. Like you are really lost as hell. Same thing with like, with Borderlands. Borderlands followed the origin of Handsome Jack. But the thing is to really, kind of appreciate that you have to know who Handsome Jack is, which means you have to play the first Borderlands game. Minecraft, a lot of that lore, like you have to know the lore of Minecraft. Otherwise, every little thing that you do in terms of building stuff doesn't really make any sense. So it was just weird. Certain things that were good were like that, Back to the Future. Because Back to the Future, the game, was a spiritual, I should say, Back to the Future 4. Because it took place after Part 3. Which is actually pretty nice. What else? The Batman games, I mean, like I said, Batman games were good. It's its own standalone Batman story. But how long can you do this? Now we know the answer.
Can't do it.
So yeah, I mean that's my ending thought on that. So yeah, the end.
Those games suck. How you gonna tell me that I have to play basically what I know and love, aka Minecraft or aka Borderlands,
Yeah.
and then what I do in the game I can't do in this? See, this is why they are where they are.
Yeah.
They should have just stuck with the stories. They should have stuck with like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead, which would have been nice to watch a Walking Dead where the main character died in the beginning instead of the end and shit. I don't want to spoil nothing for certain people.
You kind of spoiled the first game.
All right, it's over. So I guess you're gonna have to deal with the fact that I just spoiled the game.
Oh man.
I guess.
I gotta admit though,
Still talking
the
about a game came out 6 years ago.
Walking
but-
Dead, the first Walking Dead Telltale's game was fucking gold.
I actually heard a lot about it too.
It
I
was
heard about
good.
it too. That's the first Telltale game I heard of.
Oh my god, it was good. That ending, it was good. I loved it. But what else? Damn, there's another game. Fuckity fudge.
It's already the company's dead, so why do we have to keep talking about it?
Damn.
That's what it was. Wolf Amongst Us. The thing about the Wolf Amongst Us was that game was based off of the Fable comic books. Not that many people know that. That the whole world that the Wolf Among Us comes from were from the comic book Fables, but you would only know that if you followed Fables. So a lot of people jump into like, oh, Wolf Amongst Us, what is this about? Oh, it's about, a world where the fairy tale characters live in our world and you play as the big bad wolf who's a detective and then this and that. I'm like, oh, so it's Once Upon a Time. No. It's from a comic book called Fables. Fables came out first. Like, oh, but it's kind of like Once Upon a Time. And it's like, well, sure, yeah.
If that's how you need to like if that's how you're gonna comprehend it, then yes.
Mm-hmm. But it's like from a video game retailer standpoint, pitching these games was hard. And if you can't really pitch a game, I can see why not that many people were drawn into it.
I mean, I would pitch those games to people who are not gamers, but like have an interest, kind of. But
The
don't,
problem is,
But that's the thing though about that. It's like,
the gamer is your people,
The-
then the people outside you have to intrigue.
the one thing that I've realized, which is kind of upsetting, 5 years working in that company, is that the vast majority of people who come in to buy games do not want to think. They come in to buy the Grand Theft Autos, the Maddens, the Call of Duties, and then you really, and you do get your handful of people who, really want to dive into like, everything games, any type of genre. But most of the people who will come in do not want to think. They want games that you just go in and you just kill. And I've literally heard people say that. Can you kill people in this? No, I just want to shoot people. Like, oh, but this game is this and that. But can you? I just want to just shoot people. I'm like, okay. I had one person come in who got Grand Theft Auto, beat it, traded it in, got another game, thought it was boring, got Grand Theft Auto again. Got bored of it, traded it in, tried another game, got bored of it, bought Grand Theft Auto again. I'm like, just keep the fucking game. Dude, there's online shit now, just do the online crap.
That's funny.
But it was just very upsetting that, you would be there talking passionately about games that, are good. Like, there's some good stories in them, but they don't give a fuck. They don't.
I mean, it's good, but it's not for everybody.
It's not.
And
that's the sad truth about it.
Way too many.
Yeah. The way I see it is, in this day and age, should have just kept it on like Steam.
That makes sense.
Don't reach out to consoles.
I mean, that's kind of their
digital only. Keep it on Steam.
Because those games are sort of based on like point and click PC games anyway from like the late 90s.
Yeah.
It probably would have been if they just kept it strictly PC.
And
company probably would have done better.
And I feel like their biggest mistake was doing the physical copies afterwards. So like after all 5 chapters came out, they released a physical copy version. That was a bad idea. Should have just left it all digital.
Anyway, so hey guys, did you guys see the picture Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
It's the Joker. They really saw that little
test footage and shit.
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
No.
Mr. Jordanian. Grace hobby with this.
Why would they? I didn't see that either. But why would they do that? They have someone playing Joker right now.
Well, the Joaquin Phoenix movie, it's separate. It's its own thing, not related.
Aren't there 2 coming out? 2 Joker movies?
No, just one.
One with Jared Leto. I heard that there are 2 coming out.
I haven't heard. This is the first time I'm hearing of a Jared Leto standalone Joker movie.
Yeah, all focus right now is on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker solo movie.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
All right.
I like it. I don't even know how to spell this guy's name.
Joaquin? Nobody knows how to spell that. It's not a real name.
Well, banter while I look for this.
Banter. No, we don't want to go into another topic by accident.
No, just talk about the Joker. Damn.
So
he's a clown,
right? See, but that's the thing because I've heard people kind of go like, oh, I mean, I don't really like
there.
it because
And I guess put it on the TV.
he's an evil clown.
he looks too much like a clown. It's like, I mean, Joker is a clown.
And it's funny because it actually
He's
says
supposed to look
it says
like a
it says
clown.
pre-Joker. That's what it says, pre-Joker.
Hey, pre-Joker.
So like it's an origin story. So it's like, all right, there you go. This is the test footage for it.
That's funny looking already.
Because your love
Oh,
has passed me by. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing.
he looks fire.
I feel like he reminds me of Jack Nicholson's Joker.
No.
Oh look, this is them filming. But
Is
the
there
thing
gonna be a Batman in this movie too?
no, it's just a Joker.
So it's an origin story, right?
Yeah, it is. But just look at his mannerisms. Look at how he's playing him. And that's the thing I like about this. And then just the feel of it, it just looks good. And I also feel like since we've had the Jared Leto Joker, seeing this is like, oh, that's a big improvement.
Yes.
Big improvement. So yes, I really do feel like this is gonna be all right.
I'm
No,
really
I
hoping
can see
that,
this
like,
working.
I'm just hoping that this movie does so well that they decide to just keep him. You know, like make it canon in the movie universe.
But you never know. They might end up making this movie seem like it's just its own standalone movie.
Well, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be connected to anything else.
Yeah. I would prefer that. That is just its own thing.
Just considering everything else going on right now, especially since we have actors leaving, so now we got to get in 2 new actors to replace these big characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't do it, especially if because Flash is supposed to be getting his own movie. So if they give him his standalone movie and make it Flashpoint, so that it's resetting everything, and then you can then introduce a new Batman, you know, like not Ben Affleck.
That would be the
Introduce a new
greatest.
Superman.
That'd be the greatest
And
cleanup in movie history.
Introduce Joaquin as the new Joker.
That'd be the greatest cleanup in movie history if they could use a movie to clean up your world.
I mean, if anybody's actually going to be thinking the way we're thinking.
That would be the best thing, because using Flashpoint, with Flashpoint you could basically do anything to
Take advantage of it,
The
man.
question
Take
is,
advantage.
like, do you want them to wipe the Wonder Woman story?
I mean, that's the problem. That you don't have to. That's the greatest part
Just
about
fix
it.
what needs to be
don't have-
fixed.
right,
They don't have to. They could keep her. They just
Keep her.
If
We
you
have
could
the-
wipe out, Ben Affleck's Batman, wipe out
Also get rid of
Chris. What's his name? Superman, and not
and
even
then-
Aquaman, because Aquaman's pretty.
No,
he
it's
looks
fine.
pretty cool.
He has his own movie coming out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna do good. But they can also fix Lex Luthor.
Yes, that's
Because
another
that-
thing.
that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And at the
Lex
same
Luthor
time,
needed to be cleaned up.
they keep trying to kind of mimic what Marvel's doing, but doing this Flashpoint story makes their universe unique.
Yeah,
Like, they don't have to worry about, Marvel's got their whole cinematic universe where everything
because
ties in.
if Robert
You know?
Downey Jr. leaves Iron Man, there's no way of fixing that.
Exactly.
And so
But,
it's like,
yeah.
if what's his name leaves Thor, there's no fixing that.
Exactly.
At least here, you can
there is-
actually have an alternate universe
Exactly.
Batman, an alternate universe Superman,
And that's
and so on
something,
and so forth.
that's something that this franchise can use that would work and will be unique and separate from what Marvel's doing. Marvel wants to do its whole cinematic universe, everything's tied in. DC could do his thing where it's like multiverses.
It's that, and then you
In
could,
movie form.
and then you could introduce Michael B as a new Superman. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I like Michael B. Jordan. I do. I do not approve of changing Superman.
He
But
left.
I mean, if we're
I'm talking about making
but I mean,
Superman black is just weird.
yes, I mean I would agree.
You're right,
But if we're
but-
talking about in a situation where they're changing everything up because of Flashpoint, that very well could work
yeah,
because of the ripple effects that it's having.
Well,
Yeah.
like instead of like Kal-El coming to Earth, a different baby comes to Earth,
yeah,
and
Why
he
not?
won't become Clark Kent.
exactly.
I heard about this. They are planning on doing a Supergirl movie to replace
Yeah, I did.
Superman. But why would you do that when you already have the TV show?
Well, I mean, they've even said the shows are not related to the movies.
Yeah,
They even
was been specific with that too. Like the cinematic and the TV universe are two separate
no
entities.
they're connected.
How? What are they doing?
They're connected.
Oh no, they mentioned the Avengers and the Defenders.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Marvel?
no,
Yeah, yeah.
not the Netflix shows. Those Netflix shows aren't connected, but like the shows on TV, like
No, they're connected.
They are.
Agents of Shield. They had an episode that directly took
Some
place
of the shows that,
after,
not all the shows.
But in the Defenders, they mentioned the Avengers.
The thing about the Netflix
but
shows
they
is
never say Avengers.
No, but they talked about like the mayhem that happened downtown and stuff.
they do talk about the shit that happened in Manhattan with Loki in the first Avengers movie. And then there are a couple of scenes in Jessica Jones where she doesn't flat out say it, but she says something along the lines of like, "Oh, I'm not like these other superheroes. If you want help like that, why don't you call the flag waver, quote unquote, or the green guy?"
because they can't say their names.
Like they can't say it, but they're kind of hinting towards
They're
it. Yeah.
hinting it, but they're not.
I mean, but that doesn't mean they're in part of the same universe and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they haven't openly said, "Oh yeah, I don't want to be like the Avengers" and stuff like that, then that's different. But I'm saying if they are part of the universe, then that's another quote unquote difference.
Yeah.
But DC has kept it where TV is TV and movie is movie, which is great because the TVs are pretty decent.
Yeah.
The movie's outright trash, and hope that Flashpoint could be the opening gate they need to create a universe unique to theirs, different from Marvel.
I mean, because they did announce that the story they're using for the Flash movie was Flashpoint anyway.
That's great.
They announced
let's
that.
see
Yeah.
if that Flashpoint will ripple the rest of the movies after that, and then you could create.
I mean, it would kind of have to, because all the movies, I mean, I guess with the exception of the Joaquin Joker movie, all the other movies are connected with each other. So they do the Flash movie, which is Flashpoint, has to.
Would it be like the Flashpoint, the animated movie that they made? Like, would it follow that story or no?
I mean, so far the things that they've been doing is kind of made up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So
They're not
we wouldn't
really
be
following
surprised.
anything anyway, so
Anything
it's
could
not
happen.
going to be
Was-
exactly the same.
I mean,
but-
the animated movie was more or less very similar to the comic book.
No, right. But I mean, he's saying, is the Flash movie going to be like the animated movie?
Oh, no. Probably not, no.
It's
That
highly
movie was
unlikely.
awesome.
It was.
I fucking love that movie.
What?
Flashpoint.
The Flashpoint? Yeah, it was a great movie.
No. Flashpoint Paradox. That's
Yes.
what it's called.
That's it.
Also,
it's great.
if they made a new Justice League movie and based it on Justice League War, that would be awesome too.
They should have done that, really.
They should have done that. That would have been epic
Their Justice League live action movie should have followed that New 52 line.
because that's when they met and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, New 52 really didn't do very well.
It didn't.
They had the awesome costumes though.
They all had collars. I didn't like it.
I don't know.
I actually like the collars and then the
New 52 was
low
nice.
riding sleeves.
The low riding suit was good. The thing about the costumes was Jim Lee drew them all. Mm-hmm. But the way I see it is, if everyone's their own separate thing, why did it look like they all shopped in the same place? Because Green Lantern's outfit looked exactly the same as Superman's outfit, which looked very similar to Aquaman's outfit. But if they're all separate, why did Jim Lee draw them all the same? Which is what I kind of don't like what Jim Lee does with his art.
That's fair. That is fair.
But I do acknowledge that, yes, you know, the sleeves from Superman, collar, really good. Should have kept it on him and only him. And then gave everyone else a little bit more of a unique design. And I'm sorry, Jim Lee, but putting lines on chest to define padding
On
doesn't-
who? On who?
on everyone.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
They all have that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, like for example, like Batman's outfit. You know how it's like just like a plain gray with the symbol. What he'll do is like he'll put lines like designing on the chest, like thin lines.
Like he did it on Flash also, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I noticed that.
To kind of make it look more like it's padding instead of just a straight clean cloth. But I'm like, no, don't do that on everyone. Maybe do it on one character, fine. But if you're doing it on everyone, that's just kind of lazy. And it just like it's an eyesore. I'm reading the comics. I'm like, yo, like really? You couldn't like really?
That's how they show futuristic characters.
There's this one panel fucking pisses me off to this very day. Wonder Woman is fighting Green Lantern. Green Lantern creates a barrier. Wonder Woman punches the barrier, but her punch, and you would know this because you fight. Her punch makes no contact with the barrier. Like the way he drew it, and it's like a very typical 1990s fucking female punch where like her back twists like 180 degrees, but her ass is like in front of you, and it's
Yeah.
like, ugh. Like I hated that drawing. I'm like, why do you do this, Jim Lee? Why are you praised?
So wait, what happened?
You don't know anatomy.
But wait, what happened?
She punched it. It's supposed to like the scene was supposed to be she punches the barrier, but how she punches it, you can clearly see that her fist doesn't make contact with the barrier. I'm like, how did it shatter? This drawing sucks.
No, see, it was the kinetic energy around the fist.
Oh god.
You know, because technically, like, it
Makes
hit you
sense to me.
beforehand. You know, boom, boom. Anyways, bullshit.
Yeah. It was annoying. I don't know. I could go on a whole another tangent from that. Well, no, I'm not doing that right now.
Actually, no. Now I want to see these images later on. Though later.
Yeah. Later I'll show you. This is crazy. Bada bing, bada boom, segue.
Yep.
Are we gonna go into the other one?
Yeah.
All right then. So have you guys heard about the new gender being added in New York City?
All right, so let's check this out
No.
real quick.
So now, for people who don't identify as male or female, you can actually get your gender changed on your birth certificate and your ID to X. Right? Now, I don't know if like people are going to be doing this for their babies for their newborns. But like I don't
Okay, but I mean,
I don't fully
could-
disagree with it.
Could you?
I guess. See, I don't disagree 100%. Like if you're an adult and you don't identify as either, and you decide you want to be X, I guess do your thing. But like if you have a baby, and that baby's born male, put male because like that's what it is. There are only two genders. Everything else is like a mental thing.
The way I see it is, if you are born and you do not have the X mutagen, you do not put yourself as gender X, because they're gonna end up doing this, and then everyone who's categorized with gender
the
X,
X will be mutants.
the freaking Sentinels are gonna come and they're gonna pick them out. This is a trick. Do not do it.
Like
Do not do it.
like if,
I feel like that he's right though.
I have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're males, right, by birth and all of that.
Last time I checked.
If I
most
went,
of us,
All right.
not everyone.
but if I were to go change my gender to X, right? Do the rules that apply to males in the workplace still apply to me, or do I have like a lawsuit on my hands if they try to force certain rules upon me that are forced upon the male employees?
This is funny. Check this out real quick. This quote unquote allows transgender and gender non-conforming New Yorkers to live with the dignity and respect they deserve.
So like if I decided to go to work with a beard and they tell me I have to shave, and I'd be like, well, you wouldn't tell a woman to shave. And they could be like, well, you're not a woman. Oh, so you're calling me a man. You just misgendered me.
Wow.
Like it really goes down that way, that slope.
Yeah,
It does, because they don't tell women to shave. And you know some women have like facial hair.
yeah. I mean, they also like as a man, you can't go in there with with earrings on.
Yep. But women can.
Women, yeah, they don't say shit.
Nope.
It's like
So I can have beard and earrings.
yeah.
If you do that. And literally, I don't think that your employer could say anything because it'd be discrimination.
Right.
And that's a slippery slope, bro.
I don't know. This is.
But are we gonna?
Because the way I see it is, to be able to change your gender on your birth certificate is a little.
No, but I mean, if I wanted to, I can change my name. Why not my gender?
Because the thing is, like, your birth certificate is a certificate of your heritage, of where you came from, who you are biologically. You know, so if anything happens to you, it's best to know what you are biologically.
Back conspiracy, a birth certificate also a barcode. I just want to throw it out there.
I mean, yeah, we are a barcode, but like, think about it. Like,
You like in medical situations you're talking about?
yes,
Yeah.
like how do I treat you if you're X? Because last time I checked, your organs aren't different if you're X unless you have the X mutagen. But seriously though, like, put jokes aside, like, that's just crazy. Like, what if you go missing? How do we find you? If now we have to start looking for X genders now, or some crap like that. What if someone robs a bank?
No, that's true though. Like if I got kidnapped, right, and I was X, right? They can't say missing male, and they can't say missing female. What are they? Missing person?
Missing person, missing transgender, missing X gender, like that.
I mean, they kind of say
Missing X gender
person
who
now.
looks like a male?
Or pansexual heteromantic.
Jesus Christ, we're going
Like,
back to that.
like it's heteromantic, but it's just, I don't know. That's
Genders is stupid.
it's fluff, dude. This is fluff. This is just stuff to put a smile on this small group of people's faces, so that way they don't have to complain. It will die out. It'll die out. Because the thing is, honestly speaking, at the end of the day, what's going to happen is just going to add an extra checkbox to applications. That's it.
True.
That's all it's really going to do.
Actually, it might make for like, low key discrimination in the workplace, because if I was an employer and someone came in and they were X, gender X, right? I would be a little more like hesitant to hire them, because I'm pretty sure that they would lead to a lot of problems in the workplace.
What, like, I understand what you're trying to say, because the way I see it is, when let's just focus mainly just on work. If you're working in a workplace, or if you apply for a place, us as people in general, if we don't get the promotion we want, if we don't get the job we want, if we don't get that vacation we wanted, we are automatically, most of the time, naturally prone to think that it's something specifically about me and not my work ethic that caused that. So a lot of times just naturally, oh, I didn't get that day off I asked for, but this person did. You clearly like this person better than me.
And there are like the chance of you being misgendered is extremely high because no one can get it right on the first try.
So then, and at the same time, what ends up happening is that when a certain individual who, say, is not non-conforming to a gender doesn't get what they want, they might end up thinking, oh, it's because of how I identify myself that I did not get what I asked for. I did not get what I want, as opposed to it not being because I don't have the work ethic. But then that right there brings about this whole new floodgate of, do you feel like you're privileged to that? Like, do you really feel like you have to work less to earn this thing? And then I feel like that's kind of another card to play in these constant excuses. Kind of like really funny. Like a quick little segue. What's her name again? The tennis player?
Serena
Williams. Did you hear about this? No. Super, super quick. Serena Williams was playing in the
New York Open.
The New York Open. She was playing. She was losing. She was getting mad and she was getting penalties. And the judge, who was known to be a very strict judge, was giving her penalties. She got so mad to the point that she kept saying, it's because I'm a woman that you're doing this. Like, there's a penalty. I didn't know this, but in tennis, there's a penalty that if you break your racket, you lose a point.
No, but you know what? I've seen people break their rackets and get no penalty.
But the thing about that one was that it's known that he's a very strict judge. That was the thing about him.
The problem is if it's a rule, it needs to be applied across the board. And I can see her argument. Because, like I said, I've seen people break rackets on more than one occasion. No penalty. All of a sudden, she's getting penalties for this.
And for the record, her first penalties before the record break, was a miscommunication between.
Oh yeah, because it was like
because her
coach was coaching her some crap with the hand signals, but they thought she was cheating or something.
The coach was doing something, I guess, to motivate her, not to tell her what to do.
It was like a thumbs up or some shit.
Yeah, and in tennis, when your coaches can't give you hand signals, because that's considered cheating and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't do that, and I guess because the coach did that, he automatically penalized her instead of checking the argument out. And then from there on, it was back and forth between Serena and the judge, and then the judge just kept penalizing her until he basically gave her a point loss and everything.
Well, pretty much what's going on. What I was trying to point out about that was just the fact that with all that happening, and we can all debate the rules and what she did and this and that, but she went real quick. Like after all options were gone, she ended up just defaulting to, it's because I'm a woman that you're doing this to me.
Even though she was playing against another woman.
Yeah. And what ended up happening that I felt bad about is that the person who won, she got the, what was like a trophy or whatever you
get. Yeah, she got the slam title.
She got the slam title, and then she couldn't even be happy about it. She just, on the mic, was just like, I'm sorry that this had happened.
And she was also a really big fan of Serena.
Yeah.
It kind of took the...
It took the glory away from her win. Mm-hmm. Because she was just like, oh, this is unfair for me. Mind you, she was already losing. Yeah. She was already losing. So it didn't really matter. She was still going to lose. And she's like, no, whatever. Like, you didn't have a chance of winning anyway.
Well, she did have a chance. There's always a chance to come back.
In that set, she was coming back. So.
But at the end of the day, like, she still ended up defaulting to, oh, it's because I'm a woman, which was trying to bring up, Yeah.
I really hate to interrupt you. You're kind of telling a story here. I have to comment. Have you fucking followed tennis, bro?
I follow a lot of things.
What the hell? Like, the information coming from this guy right now on this game, bro. Like, I'm shocked.
Tennis is awesome, dude.
I follow all sports, basically.
But I'm saying, like, I already know you're kind of into tennis. I know that. I did not expect that from him.
I follow tennis. I've also dived into golf. All types. Basketball, baseball, everything. Even cricket. And stuff like that.
Cricket is a strange one.
Yeah.
Take days to play a game.
Yeah.
How does
water polo too.
Days to play a game. Damn.
No, yeah. Cricket can last like days. Yeah. That shit's retarded. That's why a lot of people don't want to play it. But anyways, going off topic.
But yeah, so it's like us naturally end up going towards that. Like, oh, it's because of this. It's because I'm a guy. It's because I'm a girl. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm Asian. It's because I'm gay. Because I'm transgender. It's because I'm poor. It's because I'm not your favorite. Like, everyone wants to constantly keep going towards that. And then it's like, well, Maybe it's just you as an individual. Maybe you suck. You know, maybe you did something wrong. It's not who you are, who you're born as, or what you do in the bed. You know, like maybe it's just you. And New York doing this thing where there's an extra gender, and it's like, well, you know, that's just another card to play where it's like, oh, you're discriminating against me because I'm extra gender, and okay, fine, whatever. Let them have their thing to make them smile. Like I said, it's just another box to check on applications, and we'll just take it from there.
Like, they don't realize that they're actually opening themselves up to like quiet discrimination.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
By checking that box. Again, if I was an employer, I know that most likely you're going to be problematic. Not that you're going to be problematic yourself, but problems may arise around you. You know, it is what it is.
Emphasis on the may.
And you will definitely gonna get away with some type of murder.
Yeah. You will never be in the wrong.
Yeah.
Because every time something happens, most likely it's going to be because you took offense to something.
Yeah. You're right.
You know? And for the babies, just put babies, male or female. Come on now. If you got a penis, male. You got a vagina, female.
If you got both, then we have an issue.
No, because you can be born with both, but there's no such thing as a hermaphrodite in the human species. So like you're gonna have like the internals of only one, even if you do have both pieces, and you look at the internals, and that's what you are.
Well said.
Anyways, so I guess getting off of that, I have something that bothered me a bit. I mean, people be like, "Oh, you're a hypocrite. You're vegan." But the banning of fur in California, did you guys hear about that?
Oh.
So fur is now illegal in California. Fur.
To wear fur?
You are no longer allowed to wear fur in California. And I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense because you ban fur, right? But people are still wearing leather, snake skin, what other animal
wool?
skins? Wool is wool fur?
No.
I was about to ask, like,
crocodile.
is wool technically considered fur?
I don't know.
But it comes from an animal.
Well, let's just say wool. So that's already 4 things, but you're only banning one of those things.
Feathers.
Oh, feathers. That's another one. I mean, if you think about it, fur,
Suede.
like they all
Those things are
suede,
comfortable.
all of those things fall in line with one another. So what is it? You're going to ban all of these things? What about, all these people? I mean, sure, you can make synthetics of all of them.
Right.
But banning just one just doesn't make sense. Either leave it alone or ban them all.
Is either it's all okay or it's all not okay.
Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, you can't wear fur. Oh, you dropped that. So you can't wear fur, but you can wear leather.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, you're only wearing half of a baby cow on your back.
You know what it is, though? It's mostly like, oh, you can't wear the cute animals. That's what it is. You can't wear the cute animals. Because, you can wear leather. Because anything, or like crocodile skin, because crocodiles are ugly. They're not cute. But I don't want you wearing something that came from a cute bunny rabbit or a goddamn dog. Don't you see, though, Adam?
No, yeah, I get that.
So it's just like, I don't know. Because that's kind of what it is at the end of the day. Like, it's all the cute animals. All the ones that look helpless and defenseless. No one gives a fuck about the damn ugly animals. Go ahead, wear a hippopotamus.
What a dick.
It's true, though. Like, why only fur? Why does everyone always cater to, oh, don't wear fur. Fur is murder. Why? Because mostly all the goddamn attractive animals have fur. You know? No one gives a crap about anything else. No one really talks about the snake skin or alligator skin shoes, really? Because no one gives a crap about crocodiles. They're not cute. It's not.
They taste like chicken.
It's not cool, to boast about that. Oh, I care about the snakes. No one likes snakes.
It's like this. If you're gonna care about the well-being of animals, care about all of them. That means you have to dive into the slaughterhouses, the egg industries, the dairy industry, all of that, and you have to clean all of that up.
Don't pick and choose what you fight for.
I don't got a problem with fur, right?
Oh no, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
Pro-fur.
Pro fur.
But that's what it is.
You're
Don't
pro-fur?
And that's the messed up thing though about it is like, don't pick and choose what you want to fight for. If you're saying fur is illegal, then all animal skin is illegal at that point.
Exactly.
Because
that's my argument.
Because what's the point of why is
What
fur?
about people skin?
Fuck
That's
it.
weird.
I mean,
Let's do it.
we do have an overabundance
weird.
of people. I wouldn't be against that.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm done.
Because the way I
I'm
see
done.
it,
I'm done. I don't want to do this no
if
more.
that's honestly, if that's the case, then we can no longer donate hair to make wigs.
Yep. You have a point.
No, because there's no murder involved.
What if there is?
Wait.
What
do
if
you say?
some old third world country, they're just taking all the overpopulations of people and then just throwing the rest of them in?
That's it. Hold on.
Because apparently,
So there's a people hair farm. That's what you're telling me.
yeah,
In the country. All right,
because
that's
like
it.
halfway through, I was like, yeah,
Why
because
are we still
apparently
talking?
you can't
I
survive
don't
a
want to talk
haircut.
no more. I don't want to talk no more. This man just ruined the rest of my day.
Like
People hair farm. Why are you doing this?
Fucking
Why?
factory lines of people
There's- Why is he?
he's trying to make a point, you know.
What point? It's people hair. All right.
Just if you're gonna ban
All right.
one thing, clean it all up.
Even the people hair farms.
Yes, even the people hair farms.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If they're being discarded afterwards.
Discarded.
Yes.
This car people. Whose man is this? Whose man is this? I'm not taking responsibility for this one.
It's just kind of stupid though.
It is.
Like I get it. A lot of the animals that are like hunted for fur are endangered or becoming endangered, so it's a way of preserving those species. At the same time, there are other animals, the furless ones or the ones that are feathered.
I mean, I don't think you don't want to walk around with like elephant skin. This is crazy.
No, you don't want to. But how do you know that an elephant skin jacket wouldn't be cooler than like a regular leather one?
All right, that's done.
We need a fight for the duck-billed platypus. We need a fight for that too.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Because if those go extinct, that's it.
Yep. We need platypus charities opened up. We need to fight for the Canada geese that get destroyed for coats.
And we have to worry about the bees too.
The bees, yes.
Yes.
Because the bee population is everything.
Without that, there's no honey, and there's a lot of bad things after.
It's not even just that. It's the fact that bees in general, they pass around a lot of stuff when they're flying from plant to plant, flower to flower, whatever. Like they're like the
pollinators of the earth.
Yeah, they are.
However, I did hear that in a study, they said that they're not as important as we make them out to be. But I don't know if that's just them trying to downplay bees or what.
The wind would spread pollen anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
It's true.
they wouldn't put
Listen,
bees in the
bro.
endangered species list.
I hate honey, all right?
I believe you.
Fuck
I
bees.
believe you.
Fuck bees, bro.
Oh,
I mean, would a world without honey be so bad?
For some reason, that just reminded me.
I don't eat honey anymore, so.
That reminded me of an episode of Doctor
I
Who.
like syrup.
Oh, we're talking about Doctor Who?
Yeah, but you can have.
No,
This is the
Yeah.
Vampire
I
Squid
know
Show,
you can.
guys. Thanks for listening. We out.
We gonna talk about
That's
Doctor
it?
Who.
No, we're not. Bye.
No, real quick, this is funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Vampire Squid Show. Have a great day.
You're in here wrestling.
No.
We're done.
No, we're done.
It's about the bees, bro.
No, we're done. We're done. We're done.
Until just.
There was a thing where
No.
one of the characters was like, "Oh, what happened to the
Oh,
bees?"
Jesus Christ.
It's like, "Oh, what happened to the bees?" Like we're like the bees are disappearing. So the doctor goes, "Oh, the bees didn't disappear. They just went home."
I wasn't even expecting
I
that.
tried to save you people from that.
Oh man,
I tried.
that was funny.
So now,
You're just trying to get out of here, catch Pokemon.
Pretty much.
I want my shiny Chikorita, so yeah, we were gonna do this. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Vampire Squid Show. Have a great day.
Deuces.
Then you suck.
Oh,
Fix it up.
Oh, that's
All right,
crazy.
then. All right.
Oh, the hate is so real.
All right,
Bye.
Real quick, final thoughts then. Final
Oh my
thoughts.
god. Again.
Final thoughts on everything?
Yeah, everything.
Tall Tales suck. That's why they're gone.
PS1 Classic, looking forward to it.
Fuck the bees. Fuck fur. I am now gender X.
I am now gender X.
Yes.
We're mutants now.
We're
yes,
mutants.
we're mutants. Mutants.
Jordan, get a wheelchair. Shave your head.
Professor J.
Yo, imagine Javi bald.
No, chill.
That'd
You're
be
wildin'.
weird.
Nah, chill. I got extraordinary hair. There's no way it's happening. This is crazy.
Okay. All right. So we done with this. We good.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. We're the Vampire Squid Show.
Flat Earth. Invisible dome.
Don't forget to follow the Vampire Squid Show on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Once again, hope you enjoyed the show.